Let's talk about the concept of reading in Hebrew. Every sound that we produce using air, right? When air flows without any interruption, the sound that we produce is called vowel. For example, is a vowel. When the sound that we produce stops, it's called a consonant. D, m, t. Now that we understand what consonants and vowels are, we can understand the idea of reading. So basically, every letter is a consonant. It produces a sound that stops immediately, exactly like clicking a button. And on that consonant, we dress a vowel so that sound will be able to keep moving. For example, if I'm going to take the letter D and I'm going to imagine it's a button, and when I'm clicking this D button, I'm going to get the sound D, right? And I can't move along with this consonant. It stops. So I need to give this consonant a vowel so I can continue the sound. For example, if I'm going to take my D and I'm going to dress on it the vowel what am I going to get? D plus I'm going to get da. And this is a beginning of a word, a unit that starts a word. A unit that starts a word is called a syllable. So again, every word that we produce is a compound of these small units of these syllables. There are two kinds of syllables, an open syllable and a closed syllable. It is very easy to know the difference between them. The sound of the open syllable I can continue forever if I want to. The air just flows and nothing stops it, while the closed syllable is blocked. It cannot continue forever. And every word is a compound of these syllables, closed and open. Let's take, for example, a word that most of you know and love, a famous Israeli dish that is called falafel. So we're going to analyze this word in English and then in Hebrew. We're going to recognize the consonants, we're going to recognize the vowels, and we're going to recognize the kind of syllables. We're going to say if it's an open syllable or a closed syllable. So here is my word falafel, and my first syllable, fa. This is the first syllable in this word, the first part of the word, consonant and vowel. And as you can see, the consonants, the letters, are in black, and the vowels are in red. So I have f, and on this f, I dressed a vowel and altogether it is fa. Okay? Next syllable is la. So the same concept. I have my letter, my consonant, l, and I'm attaching a vowel to it, and altogether it becomes la. And the last syllable is fel. So I have two letters, two consonants, and they're connected with the vowel e, l, and altogether it's fel. Now we're going to see which one is open and which one is closed. So fa is an open syllable because I can continue forever. Nothing stops the vowel, right? Fa, I can continue forever. And la is exactly the same, la. But my last syllable is stopped by the consonant, fel. I cannot continue forever, even if I want to. Closed syllable. Now we're going to see the exact same concept in Hebrew. So I'm taking my first syllable, fa, and I want the same syllable in Hebrew. So I need the exact letter in Hebrew that produces the sound f. And this is this shape, this letter. This creates the sound f. Now I need my vowel, a. So let's attach a vowel. Surprise, surprise. What can you see? You can see that we're not using letters to vowel. But more about it in the next lesson of vowels, right? So there you go. I just wrote fa. I've just connected a consonant, a letter, with the vowel. All together, fa. Now let's place this syllable above and continue with the second syllable, and that is la. So it's exactly the same idea. I'm going to use the letter that represents the sound L. There you go. This letter is responsible for the sound L. And I'm going to add a vowel to it so it can continue forever. Exactly the same vowel from before. And now I have la. Perfect. So I have fa and then la. And now I want my final syllable, fel. So I'm going to use the exact letter from before, f, and now I'm going to add the vowel e. This is the vowel e. So I've just created fe. And now I need the consonant l without any vowel, l. So it's that letter from before. And now I've just written fel. So here's the whole word together. Fa, la, fel. Actually, there is another letter in the middle. It's a silent letter. But don't worry about it. We're going to learn all about it later on the vowels lesson. And we've already learned the main idea of this lesson. So let's summarize this lesson. From this small exercise, we have already learned a few very important things. We've learned that in Hebrew we read from right to left. We have learned that for each sound in English, we have a letter in Hebrew that produces the same sound. We've learned that in Hebrew we don't vowel using letters like in English, but mostly with lines and dots. So what's next? Next we're going to learn the marks that represent the vowels in Hebrew to connect a sound for each letter in Hebrew. And then we're going to practice. We're going to practice reading syllables and words and even sentences. And then we're going to practice until we'll get better. You guys, that was your first word in Hebrew. I'm going to play it again. And now I want you to read it all by yourself. And now to the next lesson, vowels in Hebrew.